It's one of these three. Which will it be? Woo! Welcome back, Troglodytes, to your daily dose of guitar information, the Trogly's Guitar Show. So the last Mod Collection Demo Shop update, we played Guess Which One Samurai bought, and then I told you I bought 2 of them as well. And I've been pretty swamped this week actually buying local guitars, or semi-local. Some people coming to me selling some very interesting guitars, so I'm kind of working on that process. I'm sorry these videos are a bit late, but the plan is to do the other one on Monday night. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this one cracked open. You've waited long enough. Which one is it? It's the Blue Poster Child. So when I saw this one, it was like, yeah, we've got to document that. It's one of the new ones that they're using to promote the mod collection. But whoa, you can tell this thing was just freshly finished. I get so many emails of people saying, I purchased from the mod collection and the fumes are just too much for me. I need to let it air out for a couple of days. And yes, these are very freshly finished. They will have a little bit of a lacquer scent to them. So if you're like sensitive to that highly, I wouldn't say the mod collection is for you. But so far, I'm really digging this. It's a very nice metallic pelham blue, essentially. However, if you really get into it, it's got a little bit of a metallic shine to it that's silver. And they went a little bit super crazy with the whole cracked ice look on the neck. This actually looks pretty cool in person, kind of like a lizard skin or something. But despite what they called it on the website, the box calls it Kickin Ice. So that's a pretty cool name. In the comments of the video, I was talking to somebody that what is put on the website is not always the official name that is on the box. And this is an example of that. So, spec-wise, this is just a regular Les Paul Custom. There's really nothing special to document today except for the pretty cool finish. However, what I am noticing about this is it does not appear to be one of the Mod Collection Super Proud guitars. It actually has a regular serial number, which is kind of strange. They either re-stamped it, or was this an abandoned custom order that got a slight blemish to it? I'm not sure, but it's pretty interesting for a winter spectacular. As far as case candy here, it's your regular warranty information where they tell you everything that they deemed wrong with this particular piece. And all mod collection purchases, they do give you a 2-year playability warranty. So that's not going to cover like finish stuff, but like if the neck is bowing or twisting in a way that can't be corrected by a truss rod, they're going to go ahead and replace the guitar for you essentially. But ooh, nice. We actually are back to a full certificate of authenticity booklet. They have only been shipping halves. So maybe this was just a regular custom and they just reused the booklet. The serial number dates it to 2021. Then we got a spare backplate and some case keys. And hey, we do have the medallion back here. So to learn more about Kickin Ice, let's go ahead and throw it on the workbench to take a look at its parts and specs. Inside Kickin Ice. So our pickups, it's nothing special. You got your regular 490R in the neck. Ooh, with a bonus extra screw. And our bridge position, the 498T. This is the set that all basic Les Paul Customs that are non-reissues come with. There's a lot of guys that hate on this basic pickup set that's been in these guitars since the 90s, but I've always thought they were okay. And in current day production, they all have a long neck tenon, so that's exactly what we should see. And here's our bridge pickup cavity. These definitely had covers on them at one point in time though, because you can see the solder blobs. And perhaps that's why these wires are sticking out weird. But within the circuit, the bridge reads 13.65 k ohms, our neck position is 7.84, and the middle, just for fun, at 4.97. It's just a regular Nashville style bridge. This is not an ABR1. So that's what a reissue custom would get you over this one, but it's API branded for Advanced Plating Incorporated. Now it's kind of hard to see this, but all the gold hardware is like semi rubbed off on this one. So I'm wondering if these were just like factory reject pieces or if they intentionally relicked it to kind of look, you know, broken like the top. You'll even see some of that on the tuners, as well as on our tailpiece right here, but not on the back. It's a full weight tailpiece. As far as the controls go, it's your regular 2 volumes, 2 tones, nothing fancy there. Output jack on the side. The knobs have been changed up. These are like the 57 custom reissue style ones, instead of the typical speed knobs that we see on this regular custom model. But let's take a second to appreciate this finish. So it's kind of similar to the one that they called Rag Top at one point in time. In fact, if you look at my carpet right here, it has a very similar design, like almost the same color. Spooky. But who really wants a carpet top guitar?
No, it's supposed to be cracked ice. But I just want to say, this refinish job was done very well. I can't wait to talk about the neck. Because sometimes when they refinish these, you get like a little bit of a lip where the binding ends and the finish begins, but they have nailed that perfectly on this one. There is no ridge. The demo shop guys must have liked playing this one because there's a lot of stray scratches here stock out of the box. But here's what it looks like underneath our pickguard. Overall, I would say that this one has a medium crackle to it. Different areas on the guitar have a different amount. So this is medium. I would say this side is very light, like you almost can't even see it. Now, despite this looking cool, like it has a green bursted side, that's just reflecting my green screen. Now let's move on to our neck. It's an ebony fretboard, but the mother of pearl block inlays on this one are just a little bit nicer than you normally see. It's got a lot of color, a lot of movement, and sometimes I think it's just the blue of the finish brings out all the blue of these inlays, better than like an ebony finish or something. We've got a 24 3/4 inch scale length. We've got a nut width of 1.69 inches. That increases to 2.07 by the 12th. With a first fret neck depth of 0.85, that's pretty skinny. And these guys are usually around 1, and that is the case here. Here's what that looks like at the first fret and the 12th fret. Just a nice rounded C with what I would consider a medium profile. And of course we have the standard 12-inch fretboard radius. Matching headstock would have been interesting on this one, but I think that might have made it too busy, so I'm glad they just left it alone. Our truss rod's looking fine. You can see our Les Paul custom truss rod cover and those gold tuners I was talking about earlier. So now we move on to the back. We have kind of a medium crackle in this finish, but now look at the other side. It has more of a large crackle effect to it. So it's interesting how just the sides vary so much in the effect. Now this is the one that you're gonna see while you're playing, the very light one, again, versus the treble side over here. And this finish looks like it would have some sort of a texture to it, right? But no, they have that clear coat over it. There's no dips or anything. I'm not sure how they do this effect, but it feels nice. As far as our wiring, it's just our regular Gibson pots, no base plates, very standard stuff in here. Gold output jack, gold strap button in our usual locations. And then we get over to this neck where it is a heavily cracked beast. And uh-oh, it took just the right angle in the light to be able to see there is a little bit of a finish check right here, right by where the nut is right here. Strictly cosmetic, but good to know about. No volute on this one. And we've got our Golden Grover tuners. And there we can see our regular custom shop serial number. And all said and done, wow, I didn't think it was that heavy. 10 pounds, 2.5 ounces. Let's go ahead, plug it in, and hear how this one sounds. That'll be all about the Kickin Ice Les Paul Custom. What are my final thoughts on this thing? Not gonna lie, I recorded 2 episodes today. This was the one that I played after the one that you'll see on Monday, and I was not impressed by these humbuckers at all after trying this new set of pickups that I don't think I've documented on the channel. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that upcoming episode, because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But I really loved the aesthetic of this one. I wasn't necessarily sold at first, but once you get some time to appreciate just the metallic nature on top of the, rag top / cracked ice finish going on here, it's a very interesting custom. Am I gonna say it's my favorite playing guitar? No, I actually really like the neck profile though. It felt just a little bit chunkier than normal. It's definitely not one for everyone, but the blue really brings out the beautifulness of the mother of pearl inlays. However, I actually saw a comment when I was doing the recap of this one that they said nickel hardware would have looked so much better, and I'm going to 100% agree. And not just any nickel hardware, like let's slightly age it so it's got that frosty look to it, because then it would look like they were frosted over just like the rest of the guitar. So yeah, I think that was kind of a missed opportunity here using this gold hardware on something that very clearly should have had some aged nickel. But hey, that's the beauty of guitars. You can modify this further if you want to be the next owner, because all that is easily swappable. So you can check it out on my website, troglysguitarshow.com. But if nothing else, I hope you guys enjoyed documenting this interesting piece from the Gibson mod collection. Take care. If you enjoyed tonight's blue Les Paul, why don't you check out the Epiphone Les Paul Modern? It also comes in a very similar finish. It's literally one of the best current day production models from Epiphone, but arguably has more tonal opportunities and an interesting back. You can check it out by clicking this link right here.